Park here. Nice weekend. They're calling for some rain tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be a real washout. You may see, a little bit here, a little bit there, if we see any at all. As we start to feel just a pinch. Just a pinch between my gum and my cheeks. We feel just a pinch of fall. Hi, I'm Walt Erickson. Alltel Live Line, star 100, 330-673-1234, 1-800-669-4100. Come on, give me a call. In reference to the story about the man who dropped his wedding band into the porta potty, subsequently retrieved from several gallons of human waste, I have received this email. Thank you, Tom. It's a Goofy Friday. Oh, Goofy Saturday. Yeah, it is a Goofy Friday. I'm still on Friday time. This is a legitimate email. This is a legitimate email, folks. Again, in reference to the man who dropped his wedding band in the porta potty. Dear Tom, a few years ago, I was at a job site at 4 a.m. when my eyeglasses fell from under my pocket into the porta-john. I was able to grab them when they were 3/4 of the way under. They were covered with waste. I needed the glasses to work. Who carries a spare extra pair of glasses with me? I wear contacts, and I always carry a pair of glasses. I was able to grab them when they were 3/4 under. They were covered with waste. I needed the glasses to work and drive and had no other option. There was no running water. I cleaned them with a half a pot of hot coffee and some waterless hand cleaner. You cannot imagine how I felt the first time I put them on. I still have those glasses. That's an unbelievable story. I guess our big story, our big story of the day is: have you ever dropped? What have you dropped into the porta potty? Now, something is. And the people who have called me say they would never take off their wedding band. I don't know. When I was married, I took my wedding band off. Maybe that's why I got so forced. I don't know. Are you supposed to take your wedding band off? Is that like against some kind of maybe that's why. Again, maybe that's why. Divorced and never remarried. Alltel Lifeline, star 100, 330-673-1234, 1-800-669-4100. There's a lesson there somewhere, folks, with the porta potty wedding band thing. There's a lesson there somewhere, and I'm just trying to figure it out. Never take off your wedding band, because you could end up in deep doo-doo. Oh! You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Tom, now from Griffin.
That was Griffin. I hope I heard that.
I constantly take off my wedding band, especially when I'm with another woman.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, geez. Hear you laugh. Yeah, there he goes. Rip John. Oh, gracious.
Oh, man. Feels good to laugh.
Yep. One correction.
Yes.
Not that I've called to correct you.
I'm fine, man. I'm down with that.
Truman would not drop the bomb on the Chinese.
I didn't say the caller said that.
I know, but if you remember, that's what MacArthur wanted to do to the Koreans.
So
what?
What?
He was fired.
Yep, by
Truman.
Harry S. Yes.
So,
how do you think past presidents would have dealt with China? Well, we don't know.
well, today's,
Well, most of them had China in the White House.
right, yeah, Howie has always said you cannot set what is yesterday to today's standards.
Thank you, Howard.
Today's things, there's just no way, you know, so,
Well, we're just going to have to,
well, look at
what's worse? What's worse? The tripling of Chinese imports to this country in the next by 2017, or more illegal aliens. What's worse?
I think they're both equal to me.
I think we should sick the Russians on the China, but you know what? They're sucking up to each other now. They've been sucking up to each other. That's what's kind of scary.
Well, they've always been kind of buddies there because they both have interests right next door, and I guess we should be having interest with Mexico, but I don't see that happening.
That's what our president's trying to do, but he's criticized for it.
Well, let's put this in there. I saw some movie, I think it was The Day After Tomorrow, with the ice thing.
Right, see that several times.
Right, and
matter of fact, that's what it.
Central American governments let our government. The ideology of Hollywood is that they would be okay with us coming down there to set up our government if there was a big ice age up here.
Right.
That's what I got from it. I thought that wouldn't happen in a million years.
Yes, we would be. Would we be considered illegal immigrants in Mexico? Yeah, right.
Not unless we totally bullied them.
Remember the scene in that movie of the large hailstones?
Vaguely.
You remember that it started hailing in Japan or in Los Angeles? It was hailstones. That's the. When I looked on June 8th, when I looked outside my picture window in Firestone Park, I immediately thought of that scene in that movie.
1987, sitting in a Denny's restaurant when the tornado came through Trumbull County and your area.
Yeah,
it was
right down 422.
3 inches thick, sitting out front of the restaurant. I was like, wow.
You mean
it was a mile up the street?
You mean a hailstorm preceded the Newton Falls tornado?
Absolutely.
That's the first I've ever heard of that.
Well, not preceded, before.
Preceded, yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
succeeded is after.
Before.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. It was that thick.
Wow.
And it was totally black. I forget what time it was. It was at night, so we didn't. And it was just a mile up the street from us as it came across Route 193.
I believe there are still some trees in Trumbull County that are still bent from that tornado.
And that was very interesting. So I understand exactly what you're trying to say.
Okay.
But I'll put it to you this way: there's a lot of money to be made by investment in China and related countries. A lot. And the reason I say that, Tom,
your business,
is the growth of China is projected at 10 to 15% per year for the next 10 to 15 years, just to meet their economic base, which is electric, water, everything that we take for granted. Okay, our growth is typically 1.5 to 2%. So, with that being said,
hurry up before I fall asleep.
Well, don't fall asleep because China was what China is what Japan. They're going to be a powerhouse even more so in 20 years because China is what Japan was.
Oh yeah.
Japanese goods at the first time until they actually got their manufacturing act together.
Yep.
Now they have high quality goods.
And we taught them.
Precursor of what happened in the late 50s with Japanese goods. And my thought is also that the demand for labor-intense quality goods is going to far outweigh the cheap manufactured goods.
There could be someday there could be
Well, it's going to be. Well, again, it's my own.
Sure, if they keep trying to poison us, eventually we'll keeps trying to poison us, eventually we'll take the hint.
Well, you get this too. If I had a company that dealt strictly with nothing but cleanup and processing of pollution, I'm telling you, within the next 20 years, they're going to have to start cleaning up because they're going to be where we were 40 years ago, 50 years ago. And they're going to have to do because they're going to end up polluting themselves. So anybody with the technology for cleanup is going to be a huge, huge moneymaker.
Okay.
Other than that,
I got a question.
Hey, the wedding ring. You know what?
Yeah.
I constantly take it off because I'm afraid, like if I'm working with chemicals or paint, I have to take it off.
Okay.
And trust me, it's been close a couple times. Would I put it on with poo?
Oh, jeez.
It's just a wedding ring. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but come on. Can you? Okay.
I would put it on. I mean, I have found things that, kept things that people wouldn't keep in it. Hey, I found when I get manure in for my garden, there was 4 horseshoes in the manure. It was just the funniest thing. Of course, the kids went ballistic, and they made me clean the horseshoes and spray paint them and mount them on a little plaque and put it in their rooms.
That's cool.
So, but
that's for good luck.
And it was in poo. Hey, horseshoe side up, down. The horseshoe you up when you hang it.
Got a question for you. Should they leave the miners alone? Put them to just, say some prayers and that's it.
Well, now you threw me for a loop. I know you talked about it, but now I'm drawing a blank.
The miners in Utah. They're still trying to find them. It's been
that poor guy is going to be castigated. That mine owner is just going to be whipped around.
Of course.
By this, even though his efforts were good and safety is the highest it's ever been and accidents happen, but anymore, we're not allowed to have accidents. Let's quote the space shuttle. If that space shuttle blows apart coming down and they're going to say, we should have repaired it, how dare you not repair it, when you talked about this, I believe, the other day.
Yes, and I will talk about it today.
The risk-taking of that is there's a huge risk. Get over it, shut up, and get on. But not anymore. Everybody's so dang tender-toed that you can't say this. Oh, last night, your thing on saying the word. I mean, there you go. Everybody is just so...
Oh, the N-word, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just ridiculous that...
someone may lose their job over it.
And this is all one big circle here, connecting the dots, that everybody's just so, oh, you can't do this and you can't say that, and oh, it's just ridiculous anymore.
Well, it's been 12 days. Today's the 18th. This happened on August 6th. We've already lost three people who went in there to rescue them. They're mine brothers. I think it's time. Remember the song Big John?
Yep.
Okay, that need I say no more. Big John never came out of the mine.
Yep, and that's exactly. Accidents happen. I feel sorry for the families. See, it must sound like I'm a cold person because, it's time. And you know what? They'll probably close that mine. And then that poor guy who runs a business, and this is his livelihood, it will be stuck because you can't go in there and mine the coal. It's just like, you can't build on the word of trade centers. There's dead people there. Oh, Lord, they built the Coliseum on top of dead people over there and constantly build on top of graves over in Europe. You ever watch the History Channel?
Oh, they built the Meadowlands over at Jimmy Hoffa.
Tom, maybe you know something we don't know.
I gotta go.
Hey, Tom, always good talking with you. The Sultan of the Night Airways.
Yeah, thank you. You may go now. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. WNIR, you're on the Tom Erickson Show, 27 past 1 o'clock. Actually, it's the Bob Golick Show. I'm just sitting in for him today. Filling the big chair. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, hi. You're on the radio.
Hey, how you doing?